Jesus said, "Go tell that fox, Herod Antipas, for me. I cure demons and perform cures today and tomorrow, and on the third day I finish my work." Kind of curious and ironic that it would be the Pharisees that came to warn Jesus. Jesus in Galilee. Pharisees, as you remember, the rich, the well-connected, the powerful, the religious. And Jesus often locked horns with these because they knew better and they had the power to change things. It was the Pharisees. Some Pharisees came and said to Jesus, "You have to leave town. Herod Antipas, the madcap king, is out to get you. We'll even help." And Jesus says, no. Why? Because Jesus was free. Jesus was free. Jesus was free from what? Jesus was free from fear of the future. Jesus was free from fear of his own safety. Jesus was free from the fear of, what's going to happen tomorrow? Jesus was free of all of it. Jesus was free from the fear of tomorrow. How? Well, Jesus maybe knew that Herod Antipas, this is the one who had John the Baptizer murdered, probably didn't have the stomach to go after Jesus as well. Getting rid of John the Baptist must have been extremely unpopular. And here is Jesus following in his footsteps. And did Herod really want to provoke the people again? Probably not. And Jesus had read the scriptures. He had to go to Jerusalem. He would go out in a blaze of glory, but not in Galilee, because the scriptures, tradition said it would have to be in Jerusalem, because it is Jerusalem who is the one who rejects those who God sends. Jesus was unafraid. But I think he was unafraid and he was free not simply because he was politically savvy and smart and he'd read the scriptures. I think there was a deeper reason for Jesus' freedom. And that's because the vision that Jesus had in his mind and in his heart was not his own. The vision that Jesus had in his heart and in his mind was God's. At some point, probably every day, Jesus had given over control of his future to his Abba, to his Father. And you can imagine Jesus saying, "God, here it is, and here am I. Here is my need to be in control of what is going to happen to me. Here is my need for safety and security. Here is my need for companionship and being liked. Here is my need for knowing a sense of place and home. I give it to you so that I'm ready to live into your vision and your plan." And that could not have been easy. I don't think that was easy for Jesus, the man. How could it be? We all have this visceral, deep desire and need to know our place, to have a sense of home, to have a sense of what is going to happen tomorrow. Will I have enough? Where will I be? We have this primal need to be liked and to be part of a group and to have people affirm us. All of those things are natural and human. And yet Jesus was able to offer all of that. Really, his basic humanity, to offer it to God and say, as he did in the Garden of Gethsemane, not my will, Father, but your will. And that made him free, didn't it? That made him truly free. Because then he could be unafraid for what people thought about him or said about him or threatened. He didn't need to manipulate. He didn't need to get other people to be on board with his vision. If they heard, they heard, and if they didn't, well, God bless them. Because it wasn't about him. It was about God and God's truth. And how did Jesus get to be in this place? How did Jesus get to be free? On his knees in prayer. It's too easy to say, well, Jesus was the Son of God, so he kind of had the inside track, and I can never really be like that. That's too easy. That gets us off the hook. Jesus was busy just like you and me. I mean, yes, maybe he wasn't on Twitter or didn't have a Facebook page or was emailing people, but he had people literally around him 24/7, trying to touch him, even if it was just the hem of his robe. People who wanted to see him, just catch a glimpse. Rabbi, can you do this? Rabbi, can you do that? I just have this question. And yet, even Jesus, his busy schedule, we're told sometimes he and the disciples were so busy, they didn't even have time to eat. Jesus found time to be in prayer, to go off by himself. You might remember, was it last week? It seems a long week. But was it last week I invited all of us to find a time in the morning, just for 5 minutes, to come to God in prayer? How's that going? It's not too late to start. It's not too late to start. And I know we're busy, and I know we're distracted. But just 5 minutes, without an agenda, just to place ourselves into God's presence. God longs to reveal God's self to us, to you. God longs to spend time with you. Yes, you. Make some time. Create some time. Carve out some time. Put it in your calendar. Do whatever it takes. Because it's only then that we begin to be able to give our fear of the future to God. We're afraid, just like Jesus was. What will happen tomorrow? Will I have enough? What will happen to me? How am I going to make it? Will people still like me? Will I have a home or a place? All of it. All of it. The Pharisees came to Jesus and said, Rabbi, you have to leave Dodge. Herod is after your blood, just like John the Baptist. Will even help to smuggle you out of the country. Go somewhere, anywhere. Jesus said, tell that fox, that son of a gun, I'm not leaving. Do what you will. But I'm here to cast out demons and to cure the incurable today and tomorrow. And it will be on the third day that I finish my work. Jesus was free. Do you want to be free?